we'll start with an opening statement from Coach and then open it up to questions.
Well, I'm certainly pleased to get the win against such a strong team, and I know Penn State's going through a little transition with their lineup, but I certainly expect to see them make a deep run in the tournament. And we played very well in some areas, but it never felt comfortable because they have so many hitters that can bail them out from tough situations. So really pleased with our defensive effort. I thought we made them uncomfortable for a lot of the match. I'm really pleased with how well Mar gave us a lift on the outside. And then Brooke, I think, mixed up her offense really nice tonight. But this was, I really think this is probably the third or fourth match this season where she single-handedly changed the momentum of the game with her service runs. So I thought that was a really big moment for us when she went back on the line in the fourth set.
Brooke, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Brooke, you were struggling with your serve to start. What shifted for you to allow you to kind of settle in and have the run that you did when it mattered?
I think just knowing that my teammates and coaches have my back really gave me the confidence to go back there and just kind of do what I do every single time.
Dan, how important was it for these two ladies next to you to come into a rivalry match like this and really put the performance on that they did, especially joining the program this year and this being their first with the program?
Well, I think probably totally different for each of them. We kind of had to explain the Penn State Pitt rivalry to Dagmar, before the match. But I don't, Brooke's been in the Big Ten for 4 years, and she knows, what it's like, how hard it is to win here, and so I think it was probably pretty different.
Dagmar, what was this environment like for you?
I liked it. I love playing for this kind of environment. I don't know, it makes it more challengeable, and I don't know how to play, but yeah.
Dan, what did you think about Olivia Babcock defensively tonight? 13 digs. I mean, seems like she was everywhere, especially in the back row.
Well, her block and defense and serve were all very good. She struggled a little bit offensively first set, but I thought she settled in. But I just, people have a tendency with a player like her to look at kills and hitting percentage, but I thought she just helped us win in a lot of different ways tonight.
Dan, all of your players hit over 200 in this game, which is very impressive with the amount of kills that they had, too, because your lowest was 4. What does that say about your offense, especially going from, first non-conference game to your last non-conference game?
It probably says a lot about how good Brooke's setting, and how much better the setter-hitter connection's getting. We had some time to look at, how patterns she's been getting the last few games, and so we set a few more slides to start, and I think got them a little off balance with that. But mostly it's credit to how Brooke's running the offense.
Coach, to start the year, you against Nebraska and against Florida, you struggled to close a few sets out, but today in the first set, down 23-22, and then Pitt comes back. What does that say about how this team has grown since then?
Yeah, I think it matters, how well you play after 20, and I think that was one of the big focus going into that next weekend is, we want to be a team that feels like the bigger the stage, the better we get, and I think we've been doing that lately.
For Dagmar, another game that kind of sticks out for you on the stat sheet is the sweep against Kentucky. What do you like about kind of these bigger matchups where you really seem to step up?
What I like, I don't know, it's kind of getting normal to play for this, how do you say it, like much people. In the Netherlands, it's not usual. So it's getting more routine to play for this kind of environment, and I love it. It gives you more energy. It helps you. Yeah.
Brooke, from your perspective as a setter, what do you see on the other side of the net from Addie Lyon?
I think she's come in and played a great role with this Penn State team. I think she's still running a great offense. You know, coming in to something like you start leaving is difficult, but I think she's doing a really great job.
Dan, nobody's really used to seeing Penn State at 4-4. You mentioned earlier you still think this is a team that can make a deep run. You expect them to make a deep run in the
Yeah.
tournament. What is it about this team that you think that would give you the confidence that they're going to be right there come December?
Yeah, just knowing how talented their players are, and you know and I think, yeah, I just wouldn't look too much at 4-4. I just liked the schedule. You know, we're all playing these days with showcases, and we're right away before we've really had time to kind of mesh as a team playing the other best teams in the country. So I certainly expect them to settle into, you know, what like their lineup's going to be, and get more comfortable playing with their new setter.
Dan, your middles were especially active today. 17 kills between the two of them and 14 blocks. How do you feel like, especially Ryla, has settled in these past couple of games just to really dominate on both spots?
Well, we didn't know if Ryla was going to play coming in. She jammed the heck out of her finger in practice. So it was a tough, you know, it was a gritty performance by her. So you said how many blocks between the two of them?
14.
That's great. I didn't know that. But I think the connection has been so good with Brooke in the middles lately. And I know that, you know, both of them were very motivated because they know how hard it is to block Kennedy Martin or Emmy Selman. So I think, you know, I don't know about Ryla, but I know Brooke was, or Bree at one point was saying, like, I don't think I need to watch any more video. I've watched so much video on my own that I think I'm good. So I think they came in really prepared.
Brooke, building off of that, there was, I think it was in the second set, there was one kill that like Ryla very loudly called for. I heard her over the fans. How do you feel like that connection has really settled in, and why do you like know when she calls it that you can go to her?
I think the more they call the ball, the more I can hear them and know where they are, and then that just gives me the confidence to set them. And then I think also when they're calling it really loudly, they're building up themselves some confidence to go kill the ball.
Dagmar, how much have you liked having Brooke as your setter these first 10 games?
I like the connection with Brooke. Yeah, first it was my, I won't say I don't know, is problem the right word? I don't know, but yeah, this couple of weeks we worked hard on our connection, so yeah.
Coach, in past years, players didn't call this a rivalry because we didn't play Penn State that much, but with you playing Penn State more and more, do you think it's becoming a rivalry?
Well, certainly for the players, I don't think it's a hostile rivalry, but I don't know what players said it wasn't a rivalry. I mean, it's Pitt, Penn State. Yeah, I think it's always a rivalry.
Coach, why do you think you were able to be so successful in that fourth set and hit over 400?
I think we didn't start out great. I just really think something happened when she went on that run. You know, we got a break when we made that challenge, and you know, I think that helped us keep the momentum going. And we just didn't really, you know, take the pressure off after we made that service run.
We'll wrap it up there. Thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks.